Friends, welcome inside our Sportsnet studios. You've come to the exact right place because it's time for your favorite show and mine, Misplays of the Month. I'm your host, Emily Agard, and we have got an absolutely lights-out show for you guys this month. Don't worry, you'll get why that's funny in a little bit. But for now, we're going to get our show started on the ice with a tough break for Islanders captain Anders Lee. And you got to feel for the guy. He's just trying to be a good leader and help out on defense. But unfortunately, Lee was in the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up being the perfect backboard for the Bruins. Yikes. How chaotic for the ending of that Wild Predators matchup, but good on the refs for handling everything correctly. Now, the rulebook says that if there's still an imminent scoring chance, then you should treat it like the net is still in place. So it all worked out properly in the end. At least that review went smoother than this next one, which featured the referee having his very own Steve Harvey moment. Makes me thankful I've got a teleprompter in here. Lucky break for Amos Mozaner, but shout out to his teammate for stepping up in that big moment. Hey, you got to watch out for those mic packs, okay? Any TV host will tell you that they can be tricky. Okay, we've got to take a quick break, which is good because now I want to double check my mic anyway, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, welcome back to Misplays of the Month. Coming in at number 30, we've got a classic misplay for you. Now, earlier in the show, we saw a hockey net get knocked off a little too easily. Unfortunately, as New Zealand's Finn Sermon found out the hard way, soccer nets don't give way like that. You got to be careful when you're sliding around those posts, but he did manage to score a goal. I think any player will take that trade, but I'll let you judge for yourself on this one. Swing and a miss for two different members of the French team on that one, but you can't blame them for trying. I, for one, really admire the perfect synchronization they had on this tandem bicycle attempt, but unfortunately that wasn't enough to keep them off our show. And hey, speaking of whiffing, Inter Milan's Francesco Esposito found himself wide open in front of the net during a recent match for a grade A scoring chance. And although he did make contact, it didn't go much better for him. Talk about playing until you hear the whistle. The Wolverines scored 121 points in that game, and honestly, it's no wonder. Even the lights going out couldn't stop them. And am I the only one who feels like we've had a lot of lighting incidents in sports recently? Like, we had that one from Chicago earlier in the show, and the Flames had a problem in Calgary as well. In fact, I better wrap this up before we have any issues. Okay, very funny, guys. Turn them back on. Thank you. All right, we got to head to break here, but stick around because we've got a top 10 you won't want to miss. Welcome back to Misplays of the Month. I'm Emily, and I think we should head to the hard court for our number 10 misplay, which comes courtesy of Celtics star Jaylen Brown. Now, he's had a great start to the season, so what could the misplay possibly be? Well, despite his rock-solid play, something else has been a little shaky. Not once, but twice this month, Brown has gone viral for having his spray-on hairline visibly rub off on a defender. Listen, fellas, it's okay to let the hair go when the time comes. Nothing to be ashamed of. Absolute chaos in Milwaukee during the NLCS. Shout out to Brewers catcher William Contreras for having the presence of mind to finish off that bizarre double play. In fact, it was the first 8-6-2 double play in postseason history and the first of any kind since 2004. Crazy that it would happen in the postseason, but high stakes can sometimes produce strange moments. Like, for example, in our next misplay, in a tie game with less than a minute to go, the Panthers and Bruins looked destined for overtime until Boston's Andrew Peeke suffered one of the worst own goals we've seen this season. Check it out at number 5. There are few things sports fans love more than a two-sport athlete. From Bo Jackson to Clara Hughes, there's nothing more impressive than someone who can succeed at the highest level in two totally different skill sets. Of course, one name who some fans might not realize is actually on the two-sport athlete list is NFL Hall of Famer Jared Allen. The Minnesota Vikings legend has actually picked up curling since he retired from the NFL. He's been curling since 2018, and while it doesn't look like he'll be representing Team USA anytime soon, I'm still very impressed. There's only one problem, though. I don't think that curling brooms were necessarily built with people the size of an NFL defensive end in mind, as Allen found out the hard way at a recent tournament. Here he is at number 1. Break for a man with 136 career NFL sacks. I guess now he knows how some of those poor quarterbacks felt. Hopefully he gets back on the ice soon and this time maybe with a bit of a stronger broom. Yeah, somebody look into that for him. But that's going to do it for today's show. Don't be sad, okay? Because we will be back next month with more slips, trips, and falls that make it so fun to be a sports fan. Until then, I'm Emily Agard. Over and out.